Hi, everyone. I hope all is well with you all. I just want to encourage your hearts on today. I really want to pick back up on what Elder Melissa was talking on concerning David, the heart of a king. I want to hit a little bit with him and hit a little bit with Samson. Um, David, I'm telling you, David didn't care what people thought of him. He was a worshiper. He was a praiser. He was a musician. He tended to the sheep. He already had pastor written all across him because he was tending to the sheep. Didn't even know it, but it was written all across him. Um, David did what was asked of him, even when it came to you know him, dealing with Goliath. He defeated Goliath at a young age, because he trusted in his God. I'm not saying that David was perfect, that David didn't make any mistakes. David made plenty of mistakes, especially when he got older. He made plenty mistakes. But one thing I love about David, David was not a quitter. He did not give up. He didn't give in when he messed up. He knew to repent. He knew to talk to God and ask God for forgiveness. And guess what? God forgave him, which made him even more special. He did not stay in his sin. He got up and continued to do what God had wanted him to do. Um, unlike unlike Samson, some of us are like Samson, more like Samson. Samson, he was just hard headed. He had the call of God on him. There was a lot of things that Samson was not supposed to be doing. I'm just giving an example between him and David. um, Samson didn't make it right in all of his sin and everything that, even though he knew what his strength was, it was a lot of things that he was not supposed to be touching, wasn't supposed to be touching dead things. But Samson kept nitpicking in different little things, and he knew it was a no. Just like we know that some things for us is a no. Samson kept nitpicking in the things, but Samson didn't make things. It took Samson getting ready to die to make things right. And that's one of the things we don't want to happen to us, is wait until we're on our deathbed to make things right with God. you know so there was a big difference between him and David. David was making it right because he was a worshiper, he was a praiser, he had all this going on, and he just really really loved God. It was, at the end of the day, all that mattered is what God wanted. All that mattered at the end of the day when it came to Samson is what Samson wanted. So Samson wanted to have his cake and eat it too. God won't have it. You know, Samson he was in such a lot of in a lot of things, um, and didn't get a chance to make it right with God until it was time for him to die. Um, and I don't want that for any of us. I don't even want that for me. If anything, I want to be more like David, out front, worshiping, praising. You know, you're just asking God for a pure heart, a pure heart. God, give me a pure heart that I may worship you, that I may praise you, that it does not matter about what people think of me and what people want to say about me. At the end of the day, it's all about you, and I just want to please you. Um, that's a heart of a king. And when you're being compassionate about others and you putting other people first, that's what makes you a king. I mean, we're all royalty. When we gave our lives to Christ, we were his royal priesthood then. We were a royal priesthood. We're part of that. We're rich because our Father is rich. And we want it to remain that way. Um, so in all that we do for Christ. Let it come from our hearts. Let it come from our hearts, not from being selfish and um, thinking that everything is always about us or wanting things our way. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Get to the point of where you make this year the best year of your life, saying that, Lord, look, Lord, I'm just gonna put everything on the line. All I want to do is I just want to put everything into you. My heart, my will. I just want to say I just want to please you, Lord. And when you do that, you open in the door for blessings. You open in the door for God to come in and bless you. Um, I tell you, put on that the strength that David had when it came to defeating Goliath. When we get these big giant things in our way and we don't know which way to go or what to do, that big giant is there. But put on that faith that David had and say, look, I'm getting ready to take you down in the name of the Lord. And cut that head off. Cut the head off, because you don't want that to overtake you and rule you ever. The devil will never have the final say in your life. And I just wanted to encourage you on tonight. But you guys, y'all be encouraged. You do belong to God. You are royal. You are his princesses. You are his his prince. You do belong to him, and you do matter. And I do encourage you. And I pray that I said something that will help strengthen you. And you guys be blessed.